Recording.
Hello, welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. In this session, we're going to discuss chapter 4. We're going to just go over the whatis section for the entire chapter 4, which are about 88 commands, as you can see in front of you. Is this table with 8 rows. Each row has 11 commands, and each command is just having a lot of examples. So far, I've covered up to row 6. Row 7, netstat would be covered up to net incall, new calendar, incall. And then row 8 would be covered, last one. But at this session, I'm going to cover basically what is section of these commands for all of these 88 commands. As you can see, they start from useradd, and the last one is make. So I'm going to cover all of these 18 commands. Let me highlight them. All of this will be covered with the whatis section of it. So let me go back here, and I'm going to just have a slideshow for this whatis section. And this is 88 commands, as we mentioned, and it's 3 pages of PDF documentation with each page having some of the commands. And the first commands are useradd, userdel, usermod, groupadd, groupdel, groupmod, mod, user, systemctl, catman, pwck, group check, grp check, type, extended 4 file system. With extended 4 file system, obviously there's extended 2 and extended 3. mkfs is also file system. wget, like curl, does the wget. journalctl, which is for systemd, journaling system. Intro, which is like an introduction for the entire shell and bash and everything else. ls attribute, fstab, mount, pgrep, umount, pkill, pmap, ganzip, gzip, ps3. So I'm going to go on next page, and the next page is same thing with the titles, and grep, egrep, fgrep, set env, services, env, curl. Curl is like wget, figlet, docker, systemd, ufw, which is Ubuntu unclassified firewall, or unsophisticated. Apt for package managing software for Ubuntu, apt-get, apt-cache, sources.list, apt.conf, apt-config, stat, pldd, pwdx, hostname.ctl, tar, tape archiving, LDD, strace, core, adb, gcc, swap on. Apparently, some of these ones I have already have videos, which I'm going to show you next, that you can watch them and subscribe. Please like and subscribe and make some nice comments with the areas that I can improve for you, so it will benefit you better. Thank you. I really appreciate your subscription and watching these videos. MyWebUniversity free educational videos is my YouTube channel. So the next page is GDB for GNU debugger, DD, and Debian packager, and dpkg, gunzip, syslog, htop, modinfo, snap, nm, lsmod, ls hardware, netstat, iostat, vmstat, sar, cron, free, mpstat, time, nohap, exec, ncal, gcore, rpm, which stands for Red Hat Package Manager, pkill, lsof, expression, expr, screen and nohap is very useful also. ELF for executable link format, TCP dump, LD for a loader, AS for assembler, make for building from sources for a bunch of group files. And again, MyWebUniversity Free Education is my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go back to the website, and then on the website, as you can see, these commands are available for you to practice with them and just use them. And then for each one of them, I have already have videos as well as documentation and everything for it. So you can go, for example, on useradd and just read everything, and then at the same time watch the videos that I posted for chapter 4 part 1, like this one. And you can see these videos I have already posted on YouTube as well as on my website. So if I just reduce this screen a little bit so it fits these ones, and here you have all these 4 kind of like 6 actually, or 8 of them all together. But the first 6 one is for chapter 4 part 1 through part 6, and then part 7 and 8 will be covered next, which will be also posted here, but it's at the same time posted on the YouTube channel, so you can watch it on YouTube channel. And then here I just have a kind of link for it. So as you come in, if you search it on YouTube, obviously you find it. If you go to mywebuniversity.com, you can also find it. But please make sure that you make comments and like that and subscribe it. If you have not already subscribed, I would really appreciate it. And then let me just go back to the command lines. And so I wrote this script called chapter 4 whatis .sh. So if I just want to run this script and get like a colorful output, this is the actual script that I wrote, and you can see it's a read-writable executable with the first byte is just dash, meaning is a regular script. It's a regular file. It is not a directory. If it was a D, it was a directory. If it was a L, it would be symbolic link. It was a B, it was a block. It was a C, is a character device. So all of those mean something. This read, write, execute means the owner wlotfi has read, write, execute to it. Other people, group, and other ones doesn't have any permissions. So all I have to do is say, well, I am the owner. Since I am wlotfi, I'm going to run chapter 4 whatis .sh and then get the output here. So the section, welcome to my MyWebUniversity Free Education videos. It's starting from my book, and then chapter 4, Advanced Linux Commands. And it goes through all the list of the 88 commands. As you can see, useradd, userdel, usermod, user group, user systemctl, catman, pwck, groupcheck, type, extended for, mkfs, wget, journalctl, intro, lsattr, fstab, mount, pgrep, umount, pkill, pmap, gunzip, ps3, grep, egrep, fgrep, setenv, services, env, curl, figlet, docker, systemd, ufw, apt-get, apt-cache, sources.list, apt.conf, apt-config, stat, pld, pwd, hostnamectl, tar, ldd, strace, core, adb, gcc, swap-on, gdb, dd, debian pkg, gunzip, syslog, htop, modinfo, snap, nm, lsmod, lshardware, netstat, iostat, vmstat, sar, cron, free, and pstat, time, nohap, exec, ncal, gcore, rpm, pkill, lsof, expression, screen, elf, tcp dump, ld, as, and make. The last one is make, and previous to that one is AS for assembler, and previous to that one is LD for loader, and ELF as ED4 for just creating executable link format from your C or C source file or any other C++ or compile code that you can make executable link format for it. So this is good. We have all the 88. I just read all the 88 commands, but now I'm going to read the whatis section for all of them. So what is useradd? It creates a new user or update a default new user information. Userdel deletes a user account in related files. What is usermod? Modify a user account or modifies the user. What's groupadd? Create a new group. Basically, you can add a group. What is groupdel? Deletes a group. You can again delete group or groups. What is groupmod? Modify a group definition on the system. And normally when you modify these ones on etc, group file gets modified. What is users? Print the user's name of user currently logged on into the current host. What is systemctl? Controls the systemd, system and service manager. Service manager. What is catman? Create or update the pre-formatted manual pages. pwck. Verify integrity of password file in the etc password file. Group check, grpck. Verify integrity of group file in the etc group file and etc shadow file. What is type? Type is a shell built-in. What is extended for? The extended file system, similarly to extended 3 and extended 2. What is mkfs? Build a Linux file system. Makefs, make file system. What is wget? The non-interactive network downloader. So with wget and curl, you can just basically do from command line, query the internet. What is journalctl? Query the systemd journal. What is intro? For intro, we have what is section from 1 through 8 and different section, and they all have for the games, for system calls, for file system format, special file, user command, administrative commands. What is lsattr? List files and attributes on a Linux second extended file system. What is fstab? Statically information about the file system. Static information about the file system. What is mount? Mount file system. Mount any file system. What is umount is the opposite. What is a pgrep? Lookup or signal process based on a name and other attributes. So process grep. What is umount? And the opposite of mount, unmount file system. What is pkill? Lookup or signal process based on the name and other attributes. Process kill. What is a pmap? Report a memory map of a process map of the system, basically. What is gunzip? Gzip. Gzip is compress or expand files. GNU zip is that's what it stands for. What is a PS3? Display a tree of process. That stands for process stream tree. What is a grep? Print line matching a pattern. Grep stands for global regular expression print. What is egrep? Print line that matches a pattern. Egrep or expression grep or extended grep is similar, but it just does with multiple search. What is fgrep? Print line that matches a pattern. That's a fixed string match or fast search. What is set? Set is a local, as a shell built-in an environment variable. What is set env? Set in env changes or add environment variables like export and set env is for C shell and TC shells. What is services? Services in the old system, Red Hat 6, it is just basically equivalent to system D of Red Hat 7 and 8. What is env? Run a program in a modified environment. With env, you can pass on bash, Python, Perl, anything. So what is curl? Curl transfer URL basically is the command line interface that you can just browse the URLs. What is figlet? Display a large characters made up of ordinary screen characters. Figlet is like a utility that you can make fonts in different colors. What is Docker? Docker image and containers command line interface. Docker is basically containerization on the Linux environment. What is UFW? Program for managing a filter firewall and sophisticated firewall or Ubuntu firewall. What is apt? Command line interface. What is apt-get? App package handling utility command line interface. Apt is the front end for apt-get and apt-cache. What is apt-cache? Query the apt-cache. What is sources.list? Sources is the list is on the file etc apt sources.list that has basically the repository of Debian package files. What is apt.conf? Configuration file for apt. What is apt-config? Apt configuration query program. That's like something maintained internally by Debian that is going to be queried at all time. What is the stat? Git file statistic, display files for update, modification, everything. What is PLDD? Process dynamic link library, display dynamic shared object linked into a process. What is PWDX? Report current working directory of executable of a process. What is hostname CTL? Control the system's hostname. What is tar? An archiving utility, tape archiving, that's what it stands for. What is LDD? Print shared object dependencies. So for all the dynamic link libraries, you can do the .so files LDD on them. What is strace? And trace system calls and signals. Strace is like a Solaris trace command. You can trace the process. What is core? Core dump files. What is ADB? It says Android Debugging Bridge. It's not that one. ADB stands for Advanced Debugger Module, and that's on Solaris platform on Linux. That's why it says Android Debugging Bridge. What is GCC? GNU Project C and C++ collection compilers. G++ is another one. What is swap on? Swap on basically swap off is for swapping devices and files. What is GDB? The GNU debugger. What is DD? Convert and copy a file. And what is Debian PKG? DPKG. Module core and variable package manager for Debian. What is GUNZ? G-unzip. Compress or expand files. It's the GNU unzip file. What is syslog? Read or syslog is basically like syslog. It is just for maintaining the system logs. What is htop? Interactive process viewer. What is mod info? Show information about Linux kernel modules. What is a snap? Tools to interact with snaps. A snap is front end for snapd. and basically it just does a lot of self-contained packages. What is nm? List symbol from object files, the symbol table from any executable files. You can list them if they have one. What is ls mode? Ls mode, like mod info, shows the status of modules in the Linux kernel and list them. What is lshw? List hardware. List hardware -c, the class name, and then you could type in disk or CPU or something. What is netstat? Print networks connection, routing table, interface statistics, and other data. What is IOstat? Report central processing unit statistics and input-output stats. IOstat for input-output stat. What is VM stat? The virtual memory statistics. That's what VM stand for. Virtual memory statistic. What is SAR? System activity report. Collect, report, or save system activity information. SAR stands for system activity report. What's cron? Daemon to execute a schedule command. Cron and apt, they are for generating cron jobs and add jobs. What is free? Allocate in free and dynamic memory. Display amount of free and used memory. What is MP stat? Report processor related statistics. What is time? Time, you can run it against the system or a program to just time it and get the statistics of how much time a program took. What is Nohap? Run a command immune to hang up with output to a non-TTY. So with Nohap, your process will not die when you exit out. What is exec? Execute a file. You can execute a file or just get the output of a find command and just execute some command on other output of it. ncal, what's the new calendar? Display a calendar and date of in Julian format as well as other syntax of before and after. What is gcore? Generate a core files of a running program. What is RPM? Red Hat Package Manager. RPM stands for Red Hat Package Manager. What is pkill? To kill a process. -9 will force it, -15 will terminate it gracefully, -1 hop it. LSOF, what is LSOF? List of open files. List of open files is very useful command in order to do it. Some of these commands are section 8 and they're very administrative kind of commands. What is expression? Evaluate expression. What is a screen? A screen like Nohap, a screen manager, so you can check on your terminal emulator or SSH connection at a later time, come back and still see it. What is ELF? Executable link format, so a binary from C or C++ or other compiled program that you generate ELF file gets created. What is TCP dump? Dump traffic on a network. What is LD? The GNU linker. What is AS? The portable GNU assembly language kind of assembler. What is make? Make is the GNU make utility to maintain group of programs. Is for building process. For example, if you build an Apache web server, you just use the make utility to download the sources of Apache or make or whatever other source you want to build some application. You just use the make to build them. That's a very good utility, but they work with LD, AS, and then GCC and CC and all that. G++ and based on the source code of the utility. And then that was it for this one. Let me just go back to the main screen. So we covered all of the chapter 4, the what is section. And I'm going to just go one more time on the actual page. And you can see that a lot of these videos I have already posted. You're welcome to watch them and subscribe. Please Don't forget to make a nice comment, areas that I need to improve, but don't discourage me for making videos for you. I want to just help you out, and you have to also help me out to just make fair comments to say, yeah, you like it or you don't like it, that's fine. But if you like it, make a comment, and if you don't like it, make a comment so I can help out the next time better. Thank you so much. Have a nice one. Love and peace to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.